Now, let's turn our attention to football. Coming up next on Instant Replay, Vinny Testaverde showed signs against the Bears today that he's all grown up and ready to play in the NFL. The Bucs opened up their offense and lit up the scoreboard at the expense of the Bears. Mike Tomczak is up next to explain just what happened down in Tampa. And Mike Ditka was as hot as the heat down in Tampa. He had good reason to, as Vinny Testaverde and company burned the Bears 42-35. Bears quarterback Mike Tomczak is waiting in the wings to piece together what happened. Stay tuned. It's all coming up on Instant Replay. Down in Tampa Bay, Vinny Testaverde threw for 3 touchdown passes as he led the Buccaneers to a wild 42-35 win over the Bears. The Bucs had lost 12 in a row to the Bears until today. Bucs had built up a 21-0 lead in the first half before the Bears got on the board. Mike Tomczak went 16 of 29 for 162 yards and 1 touchdown pass. Here it is to Thomas Sanders. Now a reminder, Tomczak will be here in just a bit for Instant Replay. He'll explain what exactly did happen down in Tampa Bay. Well, the Bears fell from grace down in Tampa. The Bears owned the Bucs, beating them 12 straight. 13 was the lucky number for the Bucs as Vinny Testaverde and company ambushed the Bears 42-35. With me is Bears quarterback Mike Tomczak. First question, what happened?
You try to sum it up, and I guess when you look at the game and, you know, with Tampa getting out to a quick start, 21-0 before we got any points on the board, you know, I want to say we're ready to play. I think all the players were willing and able to go out there, and we just had bad field position the 2 first drives. And when you turn the ball over your first, you know, 3 times inside the negative territory, and they capitalized on it, it's tough to come back. But, you know, we took a lot of pride. We came back 28-14 before the half was over, and we had a drive early in the 3rd quarter I thought was going to turn everything around. But they played well today. You got to give them some credit. You really do, because they outguessed us a few times today in the 3rd down situations. And, you know, I think not every player was playing their best ability, and we're going to have to come back and win these big ball games.
All right, let's go right into the highlights. First quarter, you know what happened. Vinny Testaverde was 22 of 36 for 269 yards, 3 TDs. This one here to Mark Carrier for 10 yards. It was deflected, but everything was bouncing their way.
You're exactly right, Sid. Everything was bouncing their way, and nobody would expect Vinny to get on track today after what happened last week to him.
Still in the first quarter, that made it 7-0. Vinny to Bruce Hill for 41 yards. This one led to another score as well. He completed his first 7 passes. He was so hot.
Well, a big play do win ball games, and when you turn the football over, it's really going to hurt you. And obviously, Tampa Bay had a lot of big plays today.
This is the drive. This is what culminated that drive. William Howard goes in from the 1-yard line, and it's 14-0 Bucs just like that. But you had your moments today too. You hit Dennis McKinnon right here, but unfortunately, he fumbles it, and it's a turnover.
Well, 3rd down situations are very key for our offense. You know, we need to keep the drives going and put points on the board. And, you know, what happened here, we completed a pass for a 1st down, but Dennis was stripped on the play. It was quite evident of that. And we thought the momentum was going to shift here also.
4th down right here. It looked as if everything was shifting. You stopped them 4 tries, the same play, nothing.
Yeah, you're right. And I think in the 3rd down play, coming out of our end zone, I threw an interception and enabled them to go up 14-0. I think this is a play here.
This is it, right. This is a questionable call, too, because, 1, were you over the line of scrimmage when you threw it, and was the defensive back in bounds when he caught it?
Well, I think I went over and then came back, and, you know, it's one of those situations when you second-guess yourself, you can get into trouble, and I should just took off and ran and forced our team to punt out of the end zone. But the kid made a good play. I give him credit.
Okay, it's still a questionable call, but they capitalized on it 3 plays later in the 2nd quarter. Testaverde to William Harris, and it's 21-0. You're in a deep hole.
Yeah, we're in a deep hole, but I think, you know, our offense takes so much pride in knowing that we put points on the board, and we just needed 2 touchdowns before the half. I kept on telling the guys, and we did get our 14 points, but they got 1 touchdown in between.
Ditka was smoked, and apparently it took an effect. Here comes Neil Anderson scoring in from the 5. Great effort here.
Neil runs hard today. I think he gained 85 yards, and all his yards were well-earned today. He had to run through some tough tackles most of the afternoon.
There's only probably 1 running back that can make this play, and that's him with his acceleration right there.
I agree. He's got a nose for the end zone, and you know, he's one definitely big asset for our ball club.
Here's another Vinny touchdown. He hits Bruce Hill here for another TD pass. It's now 28-7. I'm sorry, this is Tomczak.
Yeah,
Jim
Thornton. Right yeah, man-to-man coverage here, and Jim Thornton did a good job getting open and running after he caught the football. And again, momentum shifted back to our side, and we put the ball in the end zone to go up. We'll go down 28-14 right before the half.
Everything is going well. You got a 28-14 at the half, but again, the Bears fans down in Tampa Bay were getting into this one. Vinny's hot again. He hits again.
Well, again, like we said earlier, you know, who would have expected him to get on track today?
And the defense did manage to get to him a little bit today, but still, it was the Vinny show. You hit Thomas Sanders here for your only touchdown pass of the day. You went, and it was 28-21 here, and things looked pretty good. You were back in this one.
Yeah, it was the first drive of the third quarter, and we knew that you know, getting back within 7 points was going to be a tougher ball game than what indicated. But they made some big plays when they had to.
The defense did too. Jim Morrissey with 2 big interceptions. Here's the second one of the day. Just a great effort all around by him.
He played a heck of a game. He had 2 interceptions today, like you said, and you know, Jim Morrissey's playing good football right now.
Lars Tate, I'm sure you guys aren't looking forward to seeing him again. 16 yards on the run. It's 35-21 Tampa Bay. He rushed for 112 yards. He scored a couple of fourth-quarter touchdowns that basically put it away.
Yeah, and then when Jim Harbaugh replaced myself, and he did a good job in there and operating the 2-minute offense, and did a heck of a job scrambling. We all knew that he could scramble pretty well, and he did a good job finding the end zone here.
Why bring you out and put him in? Just one of those days?
Well, it was just one of those days. Coach Dickett decided they were down 20 points, and you know, 6 minutes left, and why not give Jim Harbaugh some experience? And you know, I was happy for him because he's a good quarterback, and he's exciting when he gets out of the pocket. And they got us on 2 touchdowns on that particular drive. So you know, we came back. We showed a lot of pride, but heck, you know, when you're 5 weeks into the season, you win 4 big ball games like we did the first part of the season, and you lose to a team you should have beat, you know, it's kind of a hard pill to swallow. But we're going to bounce back because we know that we got some tough games ahead of us, and one game does not make a season.
All right, you know, with the Bears' loss, the other teams in the Central Division has made some gains anyway, but you know what? The coaches didn't really make any excuses about this one. Dick even conceded that he was out-coached by Ray Perkins, so here's what he had to say after the loss.
I got to give them all the credit, though. I don't take anything away from them. They played very well. They came out ready to play, and evidently they were very stereotyped on a lot of things we're doing because they seem to know what we were doing. The only thing I can say about our guys, they hung in and they tried. We were outplayed, probably, and out-coached. So, you know, it's as simple as that. I don't know any other way to put it. We hope it doesn't happen that often, but it happened today, and I give them all the credit in the world, so there's not much you can say. He played, their quarterback played very well. They had no running game early, but they didn't need a running game. All they had to do was throw it every time because we couldn't cover anybody.
We said we were going to come out throwing, try and push them back, and then start with the runs. But I don't know how effective the running game was, and we stuck with the pass, and it worked for us today.
Well, during the week, the players expressed that Vinny had gained a lot of confidence this year and that he's much better. Today's confidence builder left the defense with a bad taste in their mouth.
What happened today, you know, was ridiculous. It's the only way that I can explain it. Totally, absolutely ridiculous. And we got a lot of young players. And I think a lot of our young players don't really know what it takes to do what we have to do in order to get where we want to go. From one week to another, anything can happen. I don't care who we play. Anything can happen.
Well, that about does it, I guess, for this segment. It's Houston next week, and they came off a loss. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Thanks a lot for coming in. With the Bears' loss, the other teams in the Central Division gained some ground. After a break, we'll wrap up Week 5 in the NFL season. You know something? The Vikings and Packers put together some impressive numbers on the way to wins, leaving the Lions and Cowboys winless. It's all coming up on Instant Replay.